I think to stay healthy, especially because sleep deprivation is such an inherent component to touring that even when you have like a decent routing on a tour, it's like you're still like napping in the van sometimes, and it's not really very good quality sleep. And occasionally, you have to pull that one crazy overnight drive to make it to that huge festival the next day that wasn't really in the tour routing originally, but the offer came in at the last minute. It's like you get thrown some real curveballs, and it just seems like the sleep deprivation thing is really just par for the course. Even when I was like, with all the touring I did in the final years as a front of house engineer, where it's like touring with bands like on a bus and everything, where everybody has like a bunk they can sleep in. I mean, that certainly helps, but like sometimes you're in the bunk, it's right above the generator compartment, and it's super loud, and and there's just a bunch of other things too, where like if you've got like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people all in a bus, it's like, yeah, you might want to take a nap, but there might be other people who are like coming and going and in and out of the hallway, and there's always like noises and distractions, and so it's hard to get like a really good quality of like deep sleep, and it catches up with you after a while,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
navigating health or remaining healthy on the road it's actually way more difficult. Absolutely. I don't know what your experience.
Oh no, for sure.
With that.
I mean, my big issue is, like you said, I still got enough youth in me to be able to handle some of the less desirable food options. But I grew too tall and I didn't build enough muscle to support it, so I got big back problems. And if I don't walk like 2 miles every day, I'm just going to be in pain, and pretty hard to walk 2 miles every day when you're on the road. So,
well, and if you have back issues, is it like, I would think that like doing something like merch, where like for me though, if I stand still for too long, that hurts my back. And so for me, like if I'm like standing behind the merch table or something like that, even just standing at a front of house console or whatever for a while. And sometimes like you're standing like on concrete.
Yeah.
And that like actually just like, that could be hell on your back.
Yeah. I've gotten very unapologetic about my when and where I stretch. I just start stretching wherever I am. I'll be talking to someone and I'll just say, sorry, we gotta pause. I gotta hit a stretch real quick. I gotta do my leans and my stretches. I cannot function without just, I'm stretching all the time.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm on a really long drive and I'm like, if I'm getting tired and I'm kind of like, okay, I got to like stay alert, stay awake. And it's like, there's only so much caffeine I can do before I'll start having heart palpitations,
Yeah.
I got a certain, bag of tricks of like nicotine gum and things like that'll get me through in a pinch. Like, okay, that'll carry me for like another 30 minutes or whatever. There's like certain vitamins and, you could take like niacin and things that'll like make your skin like flush and prickly. It's like, it's the worst feeling. Like it's like completely unpleasant, but it definitely wakes you up because like your face gets all flushed with, it's a really like irritating feeling, but it wakes you up.
Yeah.
There's only so many of those things you can do, and then every once in a while, like it's like, okay, it's like 3 a.m, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm just gonna pull off on an exit. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna go sit ass to grass, like in a deep squat, and I'm just gonna hold it for like 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna sit there, and it totally stretches like my like my hips and my lower back and everything. And then when I go to stand up from it, I'm kind of like, whoa, like you get a little bit of a like, oh, okay, hold on, I got to steady myself for a second. But then I'm like, oh, okay, like I feel loose again, but like that's, for me, just sitting in a really deep squat is one of the ways that I'll stretch.
That's good.
And I really have to like keep myself conditioned by just doing that, like when I go to the gym a couple times a week and then at other random times during the week, because it actually really helps when I'm setting up microphones on the stage. I'm kneeling down next to a drum kit or in front of amplifiers, I'm positioning stuff. it really helps to have that conditioning of like, I can just sit all the way down at my heels in a squat for 5 minutes and like not have it not be like a problem, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, the stretching for your back is it's like really like a must.
Yeah, that's my that's my biggest health concern on tour, for sure. But everyone has their own. I mean, I literally think everyone in our van has like a different health concern. It's like, I don't do well without enough exercise. Kelly doesn't do well without enough sleep. Curtis doesn't do well if he doesn't have a proper diet. Peyton doesn't do well if I don't know. She's pretty indestructible actually. She's pretty good. She can handle most things. But we all have our own different thing that we need to check, or else we're gonna be in bad shape. So
yeah. Well, and it's always going to be that thing where you've had a previous scare. You know what I mean? Like maybe like if you've ever, you know, for anyone who's ever like endured like real like serious back pain,
yeah,
that it's like it puts a scare into you that makes you go, man, I got to do whatever I can to like circumvent like
absolutely,
or find some way to prevent this from ever coming back or whatever. And yeah, it's it really is one of the great challenges though, is that like being comfortable and being healthy on the road. And